This is regarding, I just saw real quick a short clip of Marcus of O'Reilly asking he used speaking about President Obama's value and with John Steward. So these are people involved with database crimes as fake sites of correlation nature. These are people involved with Trinity crimes, criminal uses of sensibilities of identities of the ground locations like religious spots per their needs and roles with misprision criminality with their sources interbranch. This is a serious thing when you talk about the value of President Obama because of how black was used, not for prejudice and racism, how it is used. He was Oz, even by President Obama. Uses of identity as black is not claiming, in other words, everyone's awe. We have an identity of the relationship to the ground, identity of our fact-cheating nature that doesn't have free speech. Each individual, group, and together. Methodically, this is maintaining the outcome. We have mandated law right now that would cause evolution. Answer all these questions in the news. Recorded with ties to people with the corner of Church Street and Old Wethersfield. Crimes with locations all the way up that, right to CCSU. On off that, also with foreign and domestic military involved crimes together. Database crime roles, crime acts roles who has sensibilities on off campus in relationship to where they keep no integrity that way. They keep liars, pretending others are liars, and forcing that the outcome per method, maintain the outcome. Originally still. Religion fear, see mandates course. All drop the force. These networks are very bad. But the branches are worse. That's their sources. They're coaching them to help cover it up. Fox Connecticut News recorded, confessed, and demonstrated they're coaching them to cover it up. These are crime acts roles that with them, with interbranch actors, with uses of online policing, uses of the sensibilities of online platforms that have identities of the FBI. People associate just because they have an FBI badge and they work with them, just because they're a lawyer and they work with them, they're liars. They're not truth about the law. They're attaching lies to the truth about the law. They're asking questions to pretend they're caring about the law, just to ask that question as a trick, to pretend they don't realize that they're not really caring about the law, that they're furthering identity theft rackets, criminal uses of identity of the ground relationships, criminal uses of pretended integrity of passions, good and bad. They're crime acts roles against people that did nothing wrong. And with news, they steal in identities. They're maintaining stupid at each, nature of justification of politics as is, not by accident. They're maintaining victim predators through, they're maintaining self-value, theater, criminal insidiousness nature, tales of American history, not its truth. It's not because it's too hard to tell. That's what they're pretending criminally offensively. The only reason all those things are hard is because they're not telling what it was. It's a breaching organized crime method. Everyone juxtaposed roles, victim predators. They have the identities of a whole bunch of different reasons. They have the identity of their ground roles. In other words, what they imply, it means because you're walking next to someone who's a KKK themed or Confederate flag themed, because they know they have undercover people associated with that. And they have those people involved with identity theft, crime acts, illusions typed into online as criminal tools for time treatments, so they can pretend to be making mistakes. They're valuing the time impositions they have on them, not by accident. That's where they maintain them criminally foreign acting to maintain and exploit the live progressions they have from there. Every time they open their mouths about what they think is really the causes of the shootings in New Haven, in Hartford, they know in their minds they're criminally involved with it. They were facilitated to it. Just because they were facilitated to it as police forms and interbranch doesn't make it right. They can't defend that and allow understood what Marbury versus Madison is really about. They can't have his identity defended. They can't have how and why George Washington had to leave overt slavery with color entrenched in Hartford, Connecticut, Wethersfield, Connecticut, right before the last battle of the Revolutionary War. They can't have that understood. They can't have discerned how they built the pathology of infrastructure with inseparable ties to our fact-cheaping nature, knowing that it was going to cause negative value nature progressions, acts, and natures that they can maintain blame on other, because they already had everyone rolls with the uses of our nature's identity of relationship to itself, exploited, and so as a real cause to negative value nature progression, acts, and nature, they maintain blame on other, even the Native Americans. To maintain that also self-defended, self-valued, only remembered that way. That's why no one can remember their real culture, their complete culture. No one defended the republic for which we stand. No one defended what Romulus is really about and how it was recorded. You know, so we have to deal with how states and areas are with religions about an organized crime conversation they're forcing not let told as tools. They're not letting religious rights be valued by maintaining states and areas types of experts on everything criminally involved with the furtherance of those things, not by accident. It's facilitated to all victim predators, fake sides, fake differences of religions, because they're all cliques that connect as pseudo positive. They pretend other by pretending to be positive by pretending to care against bad things. But as people furthering them. This is what formally furthers all this. It's not this. They're keeping everything blamed on other things, others themselves. They're keeping a quality of fact-cheaping nature that is valuing that. Don't blame other things than pseudoscience for what's causing shootings in areas. It'll criminally use campuses and database relationships. That's the problem. And then get the names from the names forging and switching. That's the problem. Sick fakes with crime methods using where they sit and they treat values criminally. So now we need mandated law, we need federal stewardships in Connecticut, and we need to know who's saying other because they're lying. Get down now.